Follow my voice. I'm glad I made mistakes. Every misstep I've taken brought me to you. Glad I made mistakes. Each misguided feeling guided me to you. That quote really hits hard. I don't know where they got that lyric from, but it's like so, it just hits you and it makes you realize that everything in this universe is perfect. If you believe in God, then you believe God has a plan that is perfect. Everything is perfect. I have that belief. I wanted to read to you today a little bit out of my journal. I'm really into galactic body activation. I'm very in touch with the universe, and I feel like if you're in touch with the universe, then you are more able to be successful here on Earth. I feel like famous people, they're in touch with the universe, some of them, because they're like, I've got to save this planet, They're like, I am a human out of all of this. They're in touch with the universe. They know that they need to save the world and it's their responsibility, and it's such a blessing to be a human. And I just find myself doing that thing where you look at your hand and you're like, whoa. It's kind of like I feel so special to be alive. I feel it's such a blessing. And I think how did I get here? How am I so blessed to literally get to be a human? And I am just all about making people feel alive. I'm selfless right now at this time in my life. I'm making everyone, inspiring people is what makes me happiest. So it's this is the best way to live for me, and it's to be selfless. And you have to inspire others, be passionate, feel alive, feel pleasure, feel good emotions, feel pleasure and good emotions. What makes you feel good? You have to live a life of pleasure. Okay, I'm gonna go through here and read you all of what I've done my journals on. How to manifest. It's a lot of manifestation in here. Abundance, and I'm just gonna let you guys tell me which things you want me to do a video on. Okay, abundance. How to be authentic, overcoming social anxiety. And abundance is just something that I've had down, I have it down my whole life. I don't know why, but I've got it. Abundance just comes to me, so I'm that's what scares me about improving myself is or changing myself just to improve. Only improvements changes, not bad changes. But when I'm changing myself and improving, I'm thinking, oh shit, what if something changes where I become less abundant, because right now my philosophy on abundance is don't change a thing. I have the mindset that I already get everything I want in life. So, and that's just how it's worked out for me. So I'm on the frequency. I've cracked the codes. Okay. I'm definitely a spiritual prodigy. I believe heavily deeply in oneness, connectedness of everything, start of the universe. We are all the same thing. We're all made up of the same thing. We all came from one point, and that's why everything should be a spiritual practice. Every single thing you do should be a spiritual practice. And it's like, it's so crazy. That was social anxiety too. Like, I don't know, it's like literally when you're looking at someone else's face, you're looking at your own face, like the face of God too, because you are the face of God. And I don't know, I believe in God. I do Christian devotionals every morning, but I also have a Buddhist book, and I agree with some Buddhist things. It's like, I'm really open-minded here. I watch the Joe Rogan podcast like every day, and yeah, so I'm just gonna come on here and be myself, and then I'll attract the right things. That's the thing with social anxiety too, is like, just be spiritual and try to connect with those people instead of like, just focus on human connection, you know? Instead of like being some way that isn't you, just be you and the right people will come. And also, like, it only matters what you think in the end. So just do you, and only care about what you think of yourself, you know? Know that it is only your thought process that is making you socially anxious, and just make it about you, not about the time that they're having. Sit down and think, okay, what type of time am I having right now? How to keep yourself healthy, mind, body, and soul. Understanding energy and raising your frequency. Integrating your dark with your light. Crystals. Recalling past lives. I feel like crystals is like all I think about. Like, I kind of like have like rosy shaded glasses. Like, I'm literally so positive, and I'm like an expert manifester. Like, I am so excited to start this channel. Yeah. Crystals. I just think about like crystals and sparkles and pink and sunshine and bubbles. You know what I mean? Just like flowers, good things. And I just like, obviously, just like my belief about oneness, like, makes me truly care about other people. Like, I don't know, it's just, yeah. Recalling past lives. Okay, and I just feel like when you reincarnate, this sounds so out there, but like, when you die, you reincarnate into everything else that is alive, because you are a part of everything, right? Everything is you. That's what an ego death feels like. They're dying. They're not dying. They're having the greatest, most beneficial experience of their life, and most beautiful, you know? And I think that it helps them learn so much and make them so much happier if they would just remember that experience instead of remembering, oh, I thought I was dying. Like, just please remember what that feeling was, and that feeling was you realizing that you are everything. Everything is you. We're all made up of the exact same thing. When the Big Bang happened, we came from a single point. Do you know what happened after that single point? It went like this. There was one point. The point went like this. And it started growing. And you know what? I think that this society is just, I feel like an alien talking right now, because this society is so selfish, and it's like really disturbing when you're in touch with the universe to like, and open-minded to like look at society, because it's like, or look at our world. Our whole world is so selfish. Like, I don't know about the whole world. Like, there's probably some like selfless cultures that I'm definitely trying to go to, like visit, check out. But I truly care about others in a enlightened way. Like, it's crazy. And I just know that when you're helping another person, you're literally helping yourself. Like, when you're having this ego death, like, it's literally you being enlightened. Like, it's literally you understanding that it all started from somewhere in the universe. And that was one single point, and it became all of this. And we're all just one, you know? And nobody knows that. Nobody knows that here. And we just gotta be woke about that. You know, oneness. We're all one. That's what it means when people say that. And isn't that so crazy? So yeah, I'm just like really woke about that, and I am really vulnerable of a person also, and like really open. So I like sharing everything that I experience, like everything, no matter if how uncomfortable or if I feel like other people don't deserve or like need to hear it, like I'll still say it. Connecting with fairies, angels, ascended masters, ETs. I'm gonna be saying my own stuff on all that. Success. Everything I touch is a success. Like, I am success. Like, it's so amazing. Sorry if like my vibe just kind of for a millisecond just went dark. I don't know if any of you are psychologists, but you know that that when you gotta read people's little micro expressions, like, because those can communicate a lot sometimes. Okay, success. I just thought of like something traumatic while I was speaking that, so I didn't want you guys to be like, whoa, what was that? Okay. Success. Yeah, it's like I have so much on success that I could say. That is really awesome. Okay. Meaning. Meaning is really trippy. Accessing the Akashic records is being a match to the universe's energy, a more objective perspective. How to let go of mistakes. I'm studying to be a psychologist right now, so if I didn't say that already, I am good at how to let go of mistakes. It is crazy. I believe in like taking responsibility in your life and like not being a victim. So like, because that gives you power immediately. My mom gave me pretty flowers right there. I'm about to show you. That's one rose that my special boyfriend Malik gave to me. He's literally like the best man ever. He's like respects women. He's good at being a man. Like, it's so perfect. How to let go of mistakes. That's a good one. I think that like that's when I started having trouble with like knowing what was my fault and what wasn't, and that's just like being smart, but like still when you're like creating your reality, sometimes it feels like things are your fault when they're not. And so it's like letting go of mistakes, like really I didn't do anything wrong, but I was like blaming myself for what I went through. And that's never good. You gotta like just know when it's your fault and when it's not. Tantra. Identities. Whatever that means. I think it's just like your identity. Like if you're like a teen and you're like still trying to figure yourself out. The ego versus self. I'm 22, by the way. I just turned 22 and I feel so old now. The ego versus self-love. Honor yourself and all others. Inner darkness. Overcoming Fears by Louise Hay. Yes, Louise Hay. Especially when you're high on like marijuana. It's so, she's the best. She is so fire for an old lady too. Of course, so many fire old people. Throat chakra. We need to communicate. That's what every therapist says is their number one, as one of their number one advice. Like, communication is key. Healing. Okay. 5 ancient mantras. 5 things you may not know about Om. I'm really good with angels. I saw something about angels. How to stop negative thoughts. 13 Truths by Jordan Peterson. I Am Beautiful affirmations. These don't have titles. What was I thinking? Ego death. Yeah, I'm really deep if you can't tell. What happens if you only pursue pleasure? And that's a good one. Like, I'm all about pleasure and I hate pain. Like, I'm the type that just like, I don't know. Flowers are the key to enlightenment. Divine feminine affirmations. Goddess Kali. I could do a bunch of other goddesses. That's the one I just have in here, but I can do a bunch of other goddesses. Like, I'm so good at goddesses. Best insights. Proof you're on the right path. You are the oldest soul. Advaita Vedanta. I am affirmations. Overthinking. Guilt affirmations. Freedom affirmations. How to be a high-value woman. Heartbreak. Why you need to trust the universe. Oh my god, this one is like deep. It goes deep. Affirmations, self-love. Could do one on self-love for sure. Affirmations, grounding. Peace affirmations. Gratitude affirmations. In every moment, for every reason, choose love. And I'm not meaning like love a partner. I'm meaning like love everything and love everyone. Oh, look, I found it. It's right here. Trust. How to channel the universe. Positive affirmations. Activate your inner goddess. How to stay high vibe in negative times. Steps to manifesting. If you're ever feeling lost in life. Limiting beliefs. Okay. How to attract love in a relationship. How to be confident and love your flaws. Your worth is determined and your confidence is determined by what's inside. Aww. Confidence, that wasn't a title, that was just something I underlined. But all the titles are underlined. Affirmations, confidence. Looks aren't everything. Okay, looks are nothing. Okay. How to detach and manifest your desires. Tips for manifesting. And then inner worlds, outer worlds. I literally journaled like the whole thing, but I couldn't. The Heart of Unconditional Love, a powerful new approach to loving kindness. This is a book that I wrote a bunch in my journal on. I wrote everything that I underlined in the book in my journal. It is just like, yeah, like a new approach to loving kindness. And it is so good. And it's just like literally brings kindness to another level. Like, it's literally saying, see, like if you're having trouble with like being kind to someone, See all beings as someone you feel close to and care for. Like, it's just so crazy. And it's like so beautiful. I really wish I could get more into that. I'm gonna get more into that because it's like, if we can, okay, I'm just gonna read it. If we can improve our mental qualities by developing loving kindness, then the world will reflect back to us a world of love and peace. When we struggle with difficulties, if our attitude is positive, we find that our pain is less and that we are more at ease. And we can see that our people are happy not because of material or external circumstances, but because of the peace and strength of their own mind. If our mind becomes loving, everything else does too. There's nothing that is not controlled by the mind. The more peaceful a person becomes, the more joyful, wise, and helpful they will be to others. That is a clue that our human nature is in its normal, undisturbed state, is not violent or harmful, but loving. All of our expressions can become a source of illumination, of peace and joy to the world. Generating loving kindness toward others is one of the fastest ways to make ourselves happy. Thrive to have compassion that is free from concepts. So like you have compassion no matter what. Get to the point of measureless loving kindness in meditation. Wish equal amount of happiness to all beings. What sort of kindness has your mother shown you? Show that. I was like, that literally makes my life. Like, has your mother shown you? You need to show that. Like, that's beautiful. Your inner child. And then you're supposed to like have a conversation with your inner child. And like, or have like a, imaginary conversation with your inner child and see what you would say and what they would say to you. And it's just like really emotional. Like that probably just made a bunch of you cry. Let it out though. It's an energy release and yeah. Surrender. So surrender is a really good one. I mean, they all are, actually. Letting go explained. Bam. Manifestation techniques. Journal prompts. So I could give y'all journal prompts. Karma. That sounds really deep. Accessing infinite potentialities. Okay. What society doesn't want you to know. Empowerment. Become your greatest version. Self-respect. Sanity and Self. Oh my God. I wrote down everything that Sanity and Self app has. It's literally the best app for therapies. If you want free therapy sessions where they're just talking to you on any subject that you want, literally, they're 10 minutes each probably, and there's like 7 of them about each. There's about 7 of them in each category, and you can go through and customize like what you want these therapies on. They have them on everything, and you just listen to them, and they're this is my favorite part about it, is these therapies are made for good people. Like not just like, oh, you think you're a good person? No, like they're made for like really good people. That's why I like the app so much, and that's why it's so helpful to everyone. Sanity and Self, and they say it's just for girls. I think you can get it if you're a guy. I wrote down everything in Sanity and Self. If y'all need help with therapy, let me know. Self-acceptance. Okay. Morning affirmations. Would rock that out. Who you really are, Sanity and Self. Appreciation, confidence. Fuck being nice, Sanity and Self. Turning worry into prayer. Okay, we can do prayer. I'm a hard worshiper. I went to a private Christian school until 10th grade, and then I transferred to a big public school that it was like literally culture shock. I'll tell you all about that experience and all about my experience with Christianity if I don't cry. Yeah. You are good enough. Love yourself to the core. Find happiness now. Like the empowered woman. Lightworkers and starseeds. Do no harm. Take no shit. I just wrote that. It's a Nako lyric. I just underlined it. Realignment. 5 things your spirit guides want you to know. If I could do spirit guides. Your highest timeline. Ooh. 5 more things your spirit guides want you to know. Starseed and multidimensionality activation affirmations. Here we are. Empaths. Motivation. Miracles. Everything is a miracle, guys. Okay? Just think that. And it will come true. Like, really. Okay, that's it. All of the love in the freaking world. I love you guys. Y'all are amazing.